Hello there. A little while ago, I had the opportunity to pick up one of the Adventures in Space art piece diorama things, but I'm a Star Wars fan, and to me, it always just looked exactly like Tatooine. So I'm going to build this thing and make it look like Tatooine. Let's give it a go. So I replaced that little buggy with a Jawa sandcrawler, added some speeders, and the Razor Crest on top, and I think I've got the force perspective kind of working here with the speeders in the foreground, Razor Crest taking off into the atmosphere there. We got the two moons / suns maybe being eclipsed. The sandcrawler sort of in the background with the mountains against the horizon. I think this works. I kind of want to add a Millennium Falcon here somewhere, maybe on the right. I'm going to take a look at that. Let me know if there's anything else you think I could do to make this look a little bit more realistic, or force that force perspective. Let me know what you think in the comments. After finishing my Tatooine space adventure art piece, of course I needed one for the planet Hoth, so I managed to find a really cool mock kit online, so let's take a look and give it a build. So for the force perspective look for this one, I added the turbo laser and the AT-ST. These are both from previous year's advent calendars, but I think it kind of does the job. We have these, and then we have the AT-AT and the shield generator in the background. Of course, we have the Star Destroyer up top. I think it kind of works. I'm still kind of torn if I like this force perspective look or not, actually. Let me know what you think in the comments, or if there's anything else I could add or improve. I'm not sure if an AT-AT in the foreground would work here, but let me know what you think. And after building my Tatooine and Hoth space adventure art pieces, I realized that I wanted to build one of my own, so I needed to complete the collection with my very own Endor, using almost all of the green pieces I had. I was really limited in the amount of pieces I had here, but let's take a look at the build. Okay, so I actually need some help here. I'm really not sure if I want to add more things to the bottom to create that forced perspective kind of look. I really like having the shield generator here with the forest and the little Ewok village. I like how the focus really goes to the Death Star that's under construction and the Star Destroyer above it. I really don't know if I want to add more things to the bottom. Let me know in the comments if you think I should add more, if I could add more. There's always an ATSD to add somewhere. Let me know what you think. And I had so much fun building my own Endor Adventures in Space art piece that I decided I was going to build a couple more. So I'm going to build each of the major space battles from the end of each of the trilogies. So we've already got the Battle of Endor here with the Death Star. The next one for me is going to be the Battle of Coruscant, which takes place at the beginning of Revenge of the Sith. Let's check it out. Okay, so we have the Battle of Coruscant here with the upper atmosphere and the sunrise there just above all the tops of all the buildings. We have the Jedi Temple there in the corner, all sorts of industrial machinery and all sorts of stuff for the surface of Coruscant. A couple of fighters going up to meet the big droid control ship. That's the centerpiece for up there in the atmosphere rather than a planet or a moon, just the big circular ring thing. We got an Articans class cruiser here. It's not exactly the cloned cruiser, but these were used during the Clone Wars, so I just wish I could make it a little bit more red. But it was actually one of the ones that came from an advent calendar, as with pretty much all of the pieces that I've been using for these dioramas, they've all been things that have come from the advent calendars. So we're going to continue with that tradition. I'm toying on whether or not I should add some tanks to the bottom here. I do like the idea of having some tanks at the bottom just for the force perspective look to it, but I really don't know if that's something I want to continue to do. Hello there, Punk Rock Vader here with the fifth and final of my Star Wars Adventures in Space art piece diorama things. I have been doing the final space battles from each of the final movies from each of the trilogies. We have the Battle of Endor here with the Death Star 2 under construction. We have the Battle of Coruscant here, and next up and finally I'm doing the Battle of Exegol from the end of The Last Jedi in the sequel trilogy. Let's give it a look. So unlike the other builds that I've done, the focal point here was supposed to be all the energy coming out of the ground from the surface planet Exegol, all the force lightning causing the fighters here in the sky to actually struggle to stay up while a little Sith fighter there comes after them. I thought I'd have room for more fighters actually, but a lot of these are actually quite big and I need to like dig around and see if I've got some other ones from other advent calendars to see if they'll fit as part of the big civilian fleet that comes after them. But otherwise, I'm pretty happy with the way this game's today. I think we got the lightning and the energy looking really good there. Happy with the whole collection. Let me know what you think in the comments if there's anything else I could add to this to improve the build a little bit. So, if this is the first time you have ever watched a video ever on the internet, please be sure to like and subscribe to help support the channel and blah blah blah. I don't know if that's what all the cool kids seem to say on here. Anyway, it'd be pretty rock and roll if you did.